Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about my Teachers Pay Teachers series that we already started not that long ago. And this is actually video number 3. So we talked about in an earlier video that I am currently exceeding my teaching salary on Teachers Pay Teacher, and I was able to get to that point in 6 months. So that would be considered pretty fast growth. And I want to help you do the exact same thing with these tips that I'm going to share with you today. So the second tip for blowing up on Teachers Pay Teachers is social media. And I'm actually going to break this down into several videos because each and everything has a lot to it that I have gotten through a lot of research and listening to podcasts and watching YouTube videos and all sorts of things to try to figure this out. So I'm going to take my knowledge and kind of break it into a bunch of different videos so that you can get the thing that you're interested in learning in a smaller window of time. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Instagram. Instagram is so important because I think this is the main hub of kind of the Teachergram community. So if you're starting a Teachers Pay Teachers store, you're gonna really want an Instagram to make sure that you can promote your products to the audience that is looking for them. And for me, my biggest audience, at least other than TikTok, is Instagram. And Instagram is a more consistent audience than the audience on TikTok. And I'll talk about that more later. But when you have a follower on Instagram, they're gonna see the majority of your content, especially if they interact with your content a lot. So the most important thing when you start an Instagram is to have really high quality, very engaging content. Because if people start to engage with your content, then they're going to continue to follow you and they're gonna see your updates, which is really important. So invest in a couple of cheap things that you can do to help your content be high quality. For example, I would buy a small ring light. I'm using one right now to help with lighting. You can always just like sit in front of a window. That's perfectly fine too. But a ring light kind of helps you get that perfect, high quality, professional looking lighting. The one that I'm using is actually extremely cheap. I'll upgrade at some point, but the ring light that I have right now is only $20. So I'll link that on Amazon if you want to get one for yourself. Get some great lighting and put yourself on pretty backgrounds. Like right now, my friends and I are at this Airbnb for a trip. And so I'm like sitting in front of this pretty background, which I knew would be perfect for filming. And that's what you want to do too. And change it up so that people can see like different parts of your life. And if your town has things like a mural or whatever, those are great places to take Instagram content in front of. Now, for Teachers Pay Teachers sellers, I'm gonna recommend that you not post product covers as Instagram posts. I used to do that all the time. And I'm gonna say actually occasionally I will still do it if I really think it's an important resource. I don't know if it'll stay in my feed that long. Like usually it'll get archived eventually. But sometimes I will do it. But in general, you don't wanna make a practice of posting product covers because then your Instagram page looks like it's just for selling and you wanna be providing value. Educating people is really important, especially on the niche that you're in. So I'm an elementary music teacher. If I can give you a product in the strategy of like providing value for elementary music teachers, then people are much more likely to engage with my content because they got something out of it other than just a sales pitch. So take good pictures of your classroom, of you, of your outfit of the day, whatever. Follow trends and use good hashtags. So hashtags are one of the main ways that you can be discovered by people outside of your niche, outside of the people that you already know. So find out what they are and use them. My thing that I would recommend is go to people that are kind of right ahead of where you want to be. If you're using the hashtags that are used by people with 1 million subscribers, then it might not be all that effective for you. But if you have 1,000 subscribers and you want to have, or 1,000 followers and you want to have 2,000 followers, then find somebody with 2,000 followers, look at what hashtags they're using, and think about incorporating those into your own kind of Instagram strategy. Also, something I've learned recently that I think is super helpful is alt text. When you post a photo, there's like 3 little dots next to it. You can click on that and add alt text, and it works a lot like hashtags, where you're describing to Instagram the kind of photo that you've posted so that they know how to push it out to people that are in your niche that haven't connected with you yet. You also want to have a really beautiful aesthetic feed layout. You're going to hear me talk about this on every single video that we record, but your feed layout is really important because pretty things bring in customers. And so when they go to your Instagram, before they even interact with any of your content, before they see if any of the things you've posted have value to them, the thing that's going to entice them is if your Instagram feed is pretty. My own personal strategy is to do an inspire post, a post of my face or my baby's face, and then something that's selling. And usually that's like the resource being used in real time. Make sure you use pretty filters that are consistent. On Etsy, you can get some presets for Lightroom, which is a free app that you can use to overlay all your pictures so that your feed looks consistent. And then if you do like, a quote image, a photo image, and a product image, your feed eventually kind of gets this feel of consistency. So when you're scrolling through, it starts to look the same. I'm gonna put a video here of just like a scroll through of my own Instagram, because you can kind of see the evolution from when I started it to kind of the direction I'm taking it in now to continue to build that aesthetic feed layout. Instagram is a really big deal because this is the place where you're gonna connect with most of your buyers. I think one of the big reasons I was able to take off on Teachers Pay Teachers was because of my Instagram community. The other important features to Instagram that we're gonna talk about is stories and reels. And actually for reels, I'm gonna talk about that on my TikTok video, which is coming up soon. But I do wanna talk about stories today. The wisdom I've always heard about stories is post 10 every single day. At least do it 5 times a week. That seems like a lot of stories. It is a lot of stories, but it's really important. Instagram is currently promoting people who post feeds to kind of the top of a feed when someone opens Instagram. So it's really important for you to post stories so that you can pop up to the top of somebody's feed when they open the app and they see you and they interact with your content. Because when people interact with your content, whether it's your stories or your feed content, Instagram pushes your content in front of their eyes sooner, because we all have Instagram, right? And most of us follow like maybe almost 1,000 people or more. And if you're following that many people, you don't look at 1,000 people's content. So obviously some of those people are getting lost down the shuffle. And that's probably because you have not interacted with their content enough for Instagram to think that it needs to show it to you. So it's pushing that content down and bringing the content you interact with a lot to the forefront, because keeping you on the app makes Instagram money. So Instagram will reward you for keeping people on the app by making content that they want to engage with. So that brings me to stories. I think you should post 10 every single day. Usually I will show a product every day, give a little bit of a life update, and then if I can provide some like extra value, like a tech tip or a hack, or like a teacher tip, something that's gonna provide value to my audience on that story. It's all about consistency when it comes to Instagram, and I would say the 3 kind of overarching principles that you wanna follow when it comes to Instagram are your aesthetic, so your branding on your Instagram, and we talked about branding in the last video, so check that out if you have any questions about branding. That's step number 1, and make sure you're really consistent with that. And that leads me to step number 2, which is consistency. Pick a strategy and stick to it. And then step number 3 is being present with your community. Once you've established a community, it's important that you stick with them and you're providing them that value all the time. They know you're gonna show up on the app, they know to expect you, and they start to look forward to you. And then one thing you always wanna do in your Instagram content and in all social media content, you're gonna hear this consistently as we kind of break down the other platforms, is to constantly be providing a reminder to your followers to share your content with other people that they know. Every time I push out something that I really, really want shared, I just ask my people, like, would you please do me a favor and put this in front of people that you know would benefit from it? Like, for example, I always tell you, my YouTube watchers, please show people that you think this video would help. Please send this video to them. And when that happens, your following can grow and you can authentically help the people who need to receive the content that you're pushing out for free. Like, you are doing a service, you want people to see it. So I hope that helps with Instagram. You should definitely start a Teachergram. If you haven't already and you're selling on Teachers Pay Teachers, you definitely need an Instagram. I would call it a top priority social media. In fact, if you only have one social media platform, let it be Instagram. If you have more questions about feed layout or stories or any of the other things we've talked about with Instagram today, I would love to help you. Just let me know what your questions are in the comments below and I'll help. And if we need to do another video about anything Instagram related, happy to do that. I hope that helps, guys. Thanks.